on-premise signage is both effective and economical. It is a powerful marketing tool for making the most of advertising dollars to reach potential customers. Our final case study comes from Southern California and the Rossmore Car Wash. In this instance, they had plenty of signage that was visible and readable, but they were still looking to increase sales, so they invested in a 2-line, 12-foot, double-sided, monochrome electronic message center. In the first year after installing the EMC, they washed an additional 8,500 cars. At an average sale of $20 per customer, that's an increase in sales of $170,000. The sign paid for itself in 4 short months. The owner, Brad Hooper, was astonished by this increase and wanted to see just how good this new marketing tool was. In his own words,
in order to test the effectiveness of the message board, we decided to put a non-traditional offer up there, which we're obviously in the car wash business, but we also have an ice machine, and so we decided to get some bags and fill them up with ice and see if we could put an offer up there on the message board and not advertise it in any way, shape, or form within the operation itself, just see how effective that board would be. And so we put an offer there for the cheapest bag of ice in town at $1.79 and threw it up on the board, and at the end of the year we wanted to see how many bags we'd sell. Well, we found out we sold, I believe it was 600 or 700 bags of ice in 1 year's time. With only way of knowing was the signage, and so people had to come into a car wash to buy a bag of ice. So it's kind of a fun way of seeing how the effectiveness of the board would work in a non-traditional way.
now that he has realized the value of this kind of signage, the owner is advertising and selling not just car washes and ice, but detailing services and gift shop items, and he's anticipating another record year. The final bonus that made it even more worthwhile?
We feel that our traditional forms of advertising weren't being as productive as they used to in years past, and found that we were much more effective just by putting our advertising message up on our Signtronics message board. And as such, after about 6 months of having the new signage in place, we decided to cease all forms of traditional advertising, saving thousands of dollars a year in advertising costs.
The Message Center is so good at its job that it has allowed him to stop all other forms of advertising, thereby reducing his expenses and increasing his profits even more.
And I really consider an investment in purchasing the sign, not an expense.
It's difficult to quantify the exact value of signage, but when a sign can increase revenue while cutting costs, it's worth every penny and more. Those are just a few examples of how the right use of signage can benefit business. The value of signage lies in its marketing ability. When a sign is viewed not just as a marker, but as a powerful marketing tool, its hidden potential is tapped, and its full value is realized, not just for the business that owns it, but for the customers it communicates with, and to the city where it's located. Thank you.